I'm back from vacation and been in the craft cottage creating. Let's see what I made. This DIY is so quick and easy and turns out so cute. I have that little resin rooster, and I picked up a couple of these acrylic boards that are 5 by 7 inches after watching my friend Brandy over at the DIY Struggle. I'll talk a little more about that later. And I have this wooden house sign that I purchased at Dollar Tree. It's been in my stash for quite some time. We're just going to take that twine hanger off and add a little dark wax to the edges and those little ridges, and a little bit to the front of this sign to make it look, and not so much like it just came from Dollar Tree. So I rubbed it around the edges where that raw wood was showing, and then I grabbed a smaller paintbrush to get in the little crevices there because I could not get it in there with my brush that I was already using. So I just put it in there and then just used a soft cloth. I like to use an old t-shirt that I just cut up into smaller pieces to use to buff out waxes. So this is Dark Wax by DIY. And then I just took whatever was left over on my brush and just did it mostly around the edges. And then you saw me. I just cleaned it up with that piece of cloth. Now I'm taking Farm Fresh by DIY. It's a clay-based paint. Chalk paint, and I just stippled it all over this little rooster, and I gave it 2 coats. And now I'm taking the dark wax with a smaller brush and trying to get it mostly down in the little nooks and crannies. However, it did get all over it, and well, it wouldn't really move around real good, so I ended up having to get my wax brush and just smearing it all over, getting it all over the whole little rooster, which is not really what I wanted to do. It really wasn't the look I was going for, but I'm already this vested into it, so here we go. Then I just take that little piece of cloth and I just try to wipe back as much of that dark as I could, and it actually looks like one of those weather vanes that has the rooster on top with a little bit of that verdigris on it. So I love how it turned out. Now I'm going to take this little acrylic board, and my friend Brandy warned me that this plastic was hard to get off of here, so I took her advice and used a little something to pick it off and get it off. Now she did a DIY palette video with all the palettes that you can get from Dollar Tree, and she did a dry erase board with one of these. So you go over and watch her channel and see what she did with hers. Now, I tried to tap some of these little brads into the corners. I even made like a little puncture hole to start out with, but so that it wouldn't crack. And I tried to go real easy and real slow, and I put that wood underneath there, but guess what? It cracked anyway. I actually tried another method, and it cracked anyway. So I'm going to take Gravel Road by DIY. I'm going to paint these half beads. We're just going to make it look like there's brads there, okay? Then I went and I took my Iron Patina by Dixie Belle and gave it a coat. Now, while this is still wet, you spray on the patina spray. It comes in different colors. I'm going to use the one that's just, I believe it is green. It makes it just look rusted. Letting that all dry up. I use the heat gun a little bit, then I'm letting it dry really good. I'm going to use the Fix-All super glue that you can get from Dollar Tree. This stuff works amazing, dries really fast, and I'm going to glue all 4 of those little half beads on the corners so they look like brads. And then once I get all of those glued down where I want them, I'm going to flip this bad boy over, and I am going to put some glue right behind where the brads are, and it does kind of ooze out a little bit where you can see it, but it dries clear, so no worries. And then I'm just going to put it right where I want it and let it dry. I'm going to put some Tite Bond Quick and Thick and some hot glue on my little rooster. Put that little rooster right on top of this little barn Look how cute. I'm going to put that twine back in, the one that came with it, because there's nothing wrong with it and it looks perfectly fine. Then I'm going to take a dry erase marker and I'm just going to put a little message on. You could put your grocery list on it, you could put your honeydews on it, or whatever you want, but this is how it turned out. I grabbed these two beautiful spindles out of my stash and the IOD Fairy Tale Floral transfer book. This has some beautiful smaller florals in it. So I decided to take my little finger sander and just roughly sand some spots on this, on one of them. Well, I think I sanded both of them. We'll see. Let's see what I did. But I was intending to sand one of them pretty good. And I had this, I did sand both of them a little bit. I had this idea of what I wanted it to look like. I wanted it to look a little bit whitewashed. So I was trying to use a little bit of this vintage linen paint, just dry brush it on there and just kind of wipe some of it back. But it wasn't really sticking to the wood good. And I don't know, I just couldn't really get the look that I wanted. I just kept messing with it and, finally I gave up. I didn't give up. I just kept doing that, and then I did it all over the whole piece, and then I was like, okay, this isn't really looking like I want it to look, so let's just move forward. And then I'm going through the book to see which one of these designs I want to put on my spindles, and I chose these beautiful little viney florals. I was going to try to think what kind of flowers they are, but I have no clue. So I just cut some, and I'm going to use my fingernail to rub it down. You take it off the transfer sheet, put this down, rub it down, and on this curved surface, it was just popping. It was just popping up. So it was super, super easy. Then I decided that was not going to fit all the way around, and so it sort of just came apart. And you can see there. You can see what's happening. And so that was okay because I just put it back down and rubbed it in where I wanted it to. Then I decided that I really didn't like how it was looking. So I just set it aside. On the other one, I'm going to give this one 2 or 3 coats of this vintage linen and stippling it on with this old stencil brush. Now I would stencil it on and then I would let it dry a little bit and then stencil some more before it was completely dry. And so it gave it a lot of really nice, beautiful texture. It really looked like I added something to the paint to make it have that beautiful texture, but I did not. It just has that beautiful texture. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to use that same transfer. This time I'm going to put it on the white spindle and it's going to turn out beautiful because you're going to be able to see it. I did not like how it turned out on the other one, and so I just kind of quit putting them on there because I didn't want to waste them. So here we go. I start transferring it, but see, I realize at this point that it's not going to wrap around there how I want, so I'm going to just use half of it. I'm going to rub it down, and then I'm telling you, these came off so easy on here. And then I'll just add the other piece. These transfers are so easy to use. I'm going to kind of rub it down and burnish it down a little bit. And then I'm going to take that other piece and just add it where I want it. That's the beauty of these. I keep wanting to call them stencils. These transfers is that you can just piece them together however you want. You can cut them apart and piece them together. And nobody will ever know the difference because they just look good when you do that. Now, I'm not going to show you all of the pieces that I did, but I just kept doing that same method all the way around until I got the look that I liked, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so now, what am I going to do now? Am I done with it? No, of course I'm not done. It's not done until we put some chiffon ribbon on it. So I just took some white chiffon ribbon, tied it in a little bow up top, and this beautiful little spindle is complete. Once I figure out how to tie a bow, this project will be complete. Here we go. One more try. There we go. I think we've got it. I hope that you are enjoying these DIYs. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kendra. You're watching Late Night Creations. Now let's get back to crafting. That's what we're here for. Let's see if we can salvage this other little spindle. I didn't even remove the transfers. Instead, I just took Little Black Dress by DIY and gave this one solid good coat. Then I took my little piece of cloth and just buffed it up good, because that's what I usually do before I put a transfer on. I tried to put this transfer on, same transfer I previously used in the last project, but no, it wouldn't work. So I thought, well, I hear a lot of people say they seal their projects before they use transfers, so let's put some Big Top sealer on, let it dry completely, and let's try this again. So here we go with the transfer. Let's put it on. And I start rubbing it down, and I rub it really hard. I worked on this for I don't know how long. Could not get these transfers to stick to this spindle for anything. It looked pitiful. So what I decided to do was just sand it down. Now, first I thought I'm just going to sand all this paint off and start all over. But as I started to sand it, it actually started to shape up and look like something. So I sanded as much as I wanted to and distressed it as much as I wanted to. And then I took some dark wax by DIY and I gave it a good healthy coat of the dark wax and then buffed it out. And I think this is probably my favorite DIY of this video. I absolutely love it. I grabbed some beautiful black chiffon ribbon and just tied a little knot right there, and this project is complete. A little primitive decor piece. A friend gave me about 5 of these. He said he had no idea what they were, but to me they look like possibly the back rungs of a chair. So I took one of them, I sanded it down a little bit just to give myself a smooth surface, and then I gave it a coat of vintage linen by DIY. I got out the paint inlays from the spring collection called Spring Melody. Beautiful, beautiful inlays. And I cut out some of these rosebuds. I cut as closely to the image as I could so that I don't get that little phantom line around the image. I'm going to spritz it down with my mister bottle and let that sit while I put a thin coat of, I'm going to water that down a little bit because my paint's really thick. So I'm going to put a healthy coat, but not a thick coat, like I watered my paint down a little bit, over this whole piece very quickly. And then I'm going to take that paint inlay. I sprayed that paint on the painted side. So the paint inlay is a piece of paper that has dried up paint on it. So I just wet it to activate that dry paint. I'm laying it into the wet paint that I want it to be embedded into. So I'm going to press it into that wet paint so that that paint from the paper is going to be pressed down into it, and it's going to transfer into that. I'm going to dry it off a little bit, get a little bit of that excess water off, and I'm going to press it into that wet paint. Be careful not to press all around because remember, I painted that whole thing. I'm going to use my heat gun to dry it just a little bit because to get it started, but I'm going to let it dry completely. Like it probably dried for a couple of hours. You can see that it's all white like the paper was when we started. Now we're going to start all over and mist it again. Now I'm going to mist it all over as soon as I figure out how I'm going to do this process. I didn't want to get water everywhere, so I put a towel under it and I just mist it down. And then I'm going to let that sit for probably about a minute. And then I'm going to go back with my little dry towel, or this might be a piece of that t-shirt, and just get the excess water off. I'm not really pressing it down in there. I'm just getting the excess water off. I'm tapping it. Now we are going to do my favorite part, the reveal. It is so satisfying to pull that piece of paper back and have a beautiful painted project. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? It is so beautiful. Okay, and then once it's completely dry, I'm going to take my little finger sander and I'm going to very, very lightly sand and distress it just the tiniest bit. Then I'm going to take my matte fixative spray outside and give it a good coat of that spray to seal in that paint inlay. I have some more beautiful chiffon ribbon, and one of the colors matched up those flowers perfectly. So we're just going to tie a little knot there on one end of it. This was the shorter end, and trim it up, and it's complete. Thank you for being here, friends, and watching this video all the way to the end. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop me a comment down below. Love the emojis. Love to know that you were here. Love seeing your name in the comments. But most of all, I want you to remember to be still and know that He is God.